How's everybody feeling? Good?
Good.
Beautiful. Guys, first of all, before I get started, I just want to say a massive thank you to our host, Regional Director, Mr. Stephen Moore. Thanks, Stephen. And also, secondly, but by no means to any less value, can we please give a massive, massive round of applause to our two special guests from the Eastern Coast, Vice President of Sales, Mr. Mark Rizzaia, and the #1 Regional Vice President in the world, Mr. Bobby Shalane. I'm not going to delve too much into my story, but long story short, I started at the age of 18 years old. 6 months before I saw ACN, I had quit a degree at university to do personal training. Can we agree? Not probably the smartest idea I've ever had in my life. Right? Fast forward, I decided to get started, saw the business by my mom, which I'm very, very grateful for. And I didn't have a lot of success because I had to grow personally. Does that make sense? Yeah. After about 3 years, I decided to actually listen to what the people at the front of the room were telling me to do, which is probably a logical thing to do. Sold out to the system. And like Stephen so kindly said, we've now got business partners all around the world, customers all around the world that pay a bill every 30 days, which we earn residual income on. And I don't say that to impress you, or I say that to impress upon you that no matter what you've done up until this point in your life, no matter whether you're 18 years old and you haven't done anything large in your business or a job or life, or whether you're 40 and you've made mistakes or you've had a ton of success, you can find success here at ACN if you just sell out to the system that we're teaching you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So my topic today, if I find the clicker, is how to launch a new independent business owner and ensuring that it's an effective launch, right? Now, who's ever played sports? Yeah. Couple people. What is the main aim of any sporting game?
To win.
To win, right? Now, when you're playing a sporting game, when do you win? At the end of the launch, right? At the end of the game is when you get the result, right? So within a launch, when you're sitting down with a new independent business owner, you're going to get the result, the final part of the launch to ensure that it is a successful and effective launch at the end. But can we agree, a lot of stuff happens before the end result, which results in the end result, yeah? So let's have a look at what your 3 aims that you are trying to achieve when you're launching a new independent business owner. Now, actually, first of all, is it okay if I talk to everyone as if you are leaders here in the market today? Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah.
But today is set to allow you to walk out of this room to be 100% independent and not rely on the person to the left, the person to the right, the person who introduced you, or anyone else in the business. Is that cool? So I'm going to run through exactly how you personally can ensure that when you introduce a new business owner into the team, or someone in your team introduces them, you can ensure that they have success at the highest, percentage that you can delve into that. So the 3 things that you want to make sure you achieve are, #1, that your new independent business owner is qualified. That's the most important part. The second most important is that they're set up for a successful in-home presentation. And then the third most important is that they're committed long-term, and by that what I mean is they're registered for the upcoming international event. Does that make sense? Yeah. So if you're going to write anything down, write down those 3 things. 1, qualify. 2, set up for a successful in-home presentation. And 3, registered for the upcoming international event. Those are the 3 things. Everything else, if those 3 aren't achieved, you have not ensured that your new IPO has been effectively launched. Yeah, you may have made a great friend, etc. But if someone has decided to join you in ACM, what is your job as their coach? Is to put money in their pocket. And this is how you do it. Systems produce predictable results. Yeah, and ACN has a system that if you follow it, you'll get those predictable results. So now how do we achieve these 3 things? There's conversations that you need to have with your IBO when you're sitting down with them. And the launch may take anywhere from, say, 60, 90 minutes up to 2, maybe 2.5 hours. So the first thing you want to do is prepare them before you actually do sit down and do the launch, so they're going to need to set aside that amount of time. Make sure they bring a diary, make sure they bring any bills that they're paying, etc. Does that make sense? That's all done prior to the launch. Now launch, there's these 6 main conversations. The first one is obviously their back office, accreditations, and the 10 steps to success. So first thing you're going to do is sit down with your independent business owner, open your laptop. If they haven't already signed up in the business, sign them up. Get them an independent business owner number. Show them their back office. My advice is also this. When you open up the back office, does everyone know where the back office is?
Yeah.
Yeah? Can anyone tell me exactly where it is via a URL? myacn.acninc.com. Right? We should all have that favorited on our laptop. That's what I'll do in your IVO. Tell them to favorite that so they always know where it is. The next thing, there are accreditations. Now, it's my opinion with accreditations is obviously they need to be done as fast as possible, but I wouldn't spend that valuable time, that 2 hours of sitting there with your IVO, going through that. I would say to them, listen, the homework you have to do, because you're an independent business owner, I'm going to help you build your business, but it is your business, yeah? This is the homework you have to do. These are the 3 accreditations, the customer accreditation, the Vodafone accreditation, and the energy accreditation. Go home, study them, go through the documents, complete the quizzes. That's your homework that you need to get done tonight, because you can't sign up any customers before that. Does that make sense? That's going to save you, half an hour of time in your launch, so you don't have to actually spend the time there doing it within your IVO. Cool? And the 10 steps to success. On the back office, it's got it right there, 10 steps to success. If at any point during your IVO's first 30 days, they don't know what to do, ensure that they know how to find that document. It's right there the second that you open your back office. It's got the 10 steps which go through in detail exactly what they need to do to have success. Tell them to have a home meeting, acquire their first few customers, get their business assistant, attend the events, register fees. It's got everything there that they need to know. So make sure they know where that is. The second part, now this, in my opinion, is this part here is the key to ensuring you get all that. Does that make sense? So let's delve into this. Developing your new IBO's why. And we all understand that having success in ACA is probably the hardest thing we'll ever do, right? Well, who has a over $100,000 residual income other than Bobby Shalane right now? No one. And we've got people from the age of 18 up to 70 in the room. Extremely successful people in every area of life. And you've all already gone through hardship. So can we agree, creating a residual income like that is probably going to be hard because you've never done it before. So we're all going to need a reason why, and so is your new independent business owner that's going to push them through the things they've never done so they can achieve that. Yeah? Now, who remembers when they first started ACM? What was your reason why when you first started? Anyone, feel free to yell out.
I wanted a big boat.
Rob wanted a big boat. I like it.
Get my auntie and uncle out of the house.
Mel wanted to get her auntie and uncle out of the house. Who's got family members they wish they didn't live with? Oh, not me, I love living with my mother. Anything else, Anne?
Pain relief.
Pain relief.
Also a lot of financial pain.
Anne had short-term financial pain. Anyone else? What was your reason why when you first started ACN? Rushing?
Spend time with my children.
Spend time with their children. So all of these reasons why, I think Anne and Rashmi's were pretty strong. But, man, Rob's, right? He wanted a boat. Now, a boat's probably not going to push him a long way out of his financial zone, out of his comfort zone in order to achieve what he needs to achieve, right? So I'm going to show you the conversation to have with a new independent business owner to develop their reason why. And, you're probably not going to be able to take notes for this part, but it'll allow you to, I guess, have a sense of what's going on. Can we please welcome to the front team coordinator Donna Proctor, just to assist me with this exercise. Now, Donna, I'm going to grab that microphone. Me and Donna are we're going to pretend that I'm launching Donna, right? We're having this conversation about her reason why. I got your seat. Let's turn that on and see if there's any feedback. No, it's all good. Alrighty. So we're sitting down with Donna, right? And the first thing I'm going to say is, Donna, why have you decided to join ACN?
When I joined ACN, I did it for my culture.
Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
So growing up, my family, they were hard workers. they were really hard workers. I moved to Australia to try and build a better life for them. And then one thing I realised is that my culture, we're labourers, a lot of us. So when I saw ACN, I found a way out. I found a better way for us to learn, to work smarter with our brains and less with our hands. If that makes sense. But yeah, that's why I started ACN.
Can we agree? Pretty powerful reason why. So they'll share with you a reason why, and then you ask them, tell me more about that. You know, go a little bit deeper. And most people probably won't share a reason why like that. You know, as deep as Donna's is. But even that reason why is you know, it's extremely large, but it might not be 100% personal to Donna. Yes, there's a lot of people in her culture that she's trying to help, etc., and it means a lot to her. But that might not, you know, force her or motivate her to take the actions immediately in order to see value in moving forward in ACN. So the next thing you could ask them is, you know, you could ask, tell me more 2, 3, 4, 5 times until you get as deep as you feel that you can get at that point, right? Once you get there, I'll say something obvious. Now, Donna, obviously you know, that reason why is incredibly powerful. What would it mean to you if through ACN you were able to achieve that and help your culture and, you know, inspire people to move away from the labouring life and give them freedom? What would that mean?
It'll mean the world to me. The vision that I could give my culture, not only my culture, but I can change the family tree and the direction where we can go in life and give them a different perspective of network marketing. All my family think it's a scam. Network marketing is a scam. And I know if I succeed, when I succeed in this, it's going to change that for my family and my culture. So yeah, there's no price to it.
That's perfect, that's awesome. So you ask her what it means to her, so she can really get to that next level and feel what it means. Now, Donna, what would it mean for you if you weren't able to achieve that? If the culture, people you knew, actually, who is you know, people close to you in that culture who do work, labouring, you know, long hours?
That's my father.
Your dad. Okay.
Yeah.
So what would it mean for you? What would, you know? Let's say that you didn't become successful at ACN. Let's say you weren't able to free your culture, specifically your dad, from working labouring until essentially the day that he leaves the earth. What would that feel like if you weren't able to do that?
First of all, it's not an option. It's not an option, but I don't know. I'd feel like the biggest failure, and shouldn't have even tried it at all if I was going to quit. I shouldn't have tried. But yeah, it would just mean I'd be broken. I'd be broken if I didn't succeed in this.
100%. Well, Don, I'll tell you one thing, that your reason why it's powerful, and if you've got integrity, you've got work ethic, and you've got 100% coachability, you can achieve that for your dad and for your culture. There are thousands of people around the world who have done it. And I'm never going to quit on you. You'll be the one that quits on you before I quit on you. But just make sure that any obstacle that you go through, because there's going to be a lot of obstacles, every obstacle you go through, you remember that reason why, because that's what's going to push you through. Give Donna Frost a big round of applause. So now the next conversation, I've just figured out Donna's reason why, right? Now I know how I can help her achieve that reason why, because that's strong. Can we agree? That's a strong reason why. Who thinks Donna's going to quit? No. Who thinks that Donna may invest a couple $100 in perhaps getting herself qualified in ACN? Yeah, etc. So now that I know Donna's reason why, which is incredibly powerful, you just heard it. We went as deep as we possibly could. I would spend maybe 10, 20 minutes doing that. Yeah, really connect with the person. ACN is Greg Provenzano, the president of ACN, said ACN is not a high-tech company. It's a high-touch company. A lot of people try and make it too high tech. You get close to a high touch. Does that make sense? Yeah. So then the next step I'll do is I would show them the money. So now I've got Donna's reason why. All right, Donna, this is your reason why. This is how we're going to achieve that. And I just explain to her how to go ETT and how to go ETO. I say, listen, we're going to help you get qualified today. What's how to get qualified? And make sure she knows it's 4 services and 7 points. And then we're going to have an in-home meeting. I'm going to coach you how to do it. You're going to put 20 people in the room. I'm going to find you your first 2 business partners. We're going to help them do exactly what you've just done. Help them get 4 services and what?
7
7 points. You'll become an executive team trainer, and then you can earn bonuses every time someone joins your team. And I'll draw out executive team leader, help the 2 people that you just signed up become executive team trainer, etc. And I'll say, once you're an executive team leader, every person that joins your team, ACM will pay you between $70 and $100. And then I'll just explain how much he's going to earn as a team coordinator. I won't even talk about the money at ETT and ETO. Once you're a team coordinator, you can pick up between $200 and $300 every time a new person joins your team, even if you didn't personally introduce them, right? And then I'm going to get her to give me a figure, a number amount that would help move that forward. I said, listen, how much does your dad need in order to maybe take 1 day a week off work? Figure out that number, because that's going to motivate, because it's connected back to the reason why, right? Figure out that number. So once you're a team coordinator, if you say it's $1,000, if you introduce 5 people and help them get their first 4 services, that's $1,000 a month. That gets your dad away from work 1 day a week. Yeah. So listen, Diana, how much could you earn that $1,000 if you yourself had no customers? If you never got qualified? No. So I'm kind of, putting that in her mind that becoming qualified is going to be the first, bring it back to the first step. Talking about all this big stuff and bring it back to the first step, which is becoming qualified, yeah? Once I've, shown her the money, the next thing I'm going to do is explain to her how to have the successful home meeting. Now, who knows how to have a successful home meeting? Yeah? Who knows in the room? Do you know how to have a successful home meeting?
Yeah.
What is the aim of a home meeting?
Find reps.
You yell it out, feel free to talk. Deb White, what did you say, Deb? To find the next home meeting. That's the goal of the home meeting, to find the next home meeting, right? To get a result for your new independent business owner. And how do you get a result at a home meeting? By signing a new independent business owner up, finding the next home meeting. And how do you guarantee that? You ensure more than 10 people are in the room. If more than 10 people are in the room, it's coached properly, there's a 72-hour call, the inviting is done effectively, there will be a new independent business owner that will get started. So you coach them on how to have a successful home meeting. You teach them how to invite. You role play. You explain that, we're going to have the DVD. You explain that you're going to get there, 30 minutes early. All that kind of stuff that you guys learn at every single Saturday training. Does that make sense? You just explain that to them over 20 minutes. And then practice the script. Practice the script within your RVO if you've got time. Once you set them up for a successful home meeting, you're then going to talk to them about the international event. And the language that I used to do that is I say, Donna, listen, you told me your reason why earlier, and your reason why was obviously quite large. Yeah. In order to achieve that, we're going to have to do things which you've never done before in your life. I know you just paid $495 to get started in ACM, but there's an event coming. Whether that event is in 3 days or that event is in 90 days, 180 days, for us now it's about 90 days, correct? I'll say, Donna, you asked me to help you achieve that reason why. And in order to achieve that reason why, you have to be at that international event. You literally cannot achieve it without it. There has been no successful person that has ever achieved what they went out and set out to achieve without attending the international event. I don't expect you to pay today. I don't expect you to register today. But if within your first 30 days, you register, it's going to be $129 for you to attend. After that, it's going to be $175. Will you make the commitment to me to, within the next 30 days, register for the Brisbane International Training event? And most times she'll say yes, right? They say, all right, cool. Well, which day? Which day of the next 30 days can you register? And I'll get a date from her. And I say, awesome. So if I called you on, let's say, what's the date today? 17th of June. Donna signs up. So let's say on the 1st of July, she said, yeah, I'll buy my ticket on the 1st of July. No worries. So if I call you or I sit down with you on the 1st of July, we open up the registration, we put it in, you'll process the payment and register because that's what's going to help you achieve your reason why. Yeah, Donna says yes. Awesome. Let's put it in both our diaries. Let's book that meeting right now. Let's book that meeting to sit down. Yeah. If you've got someone who is keen to do the registration on the spot, do it on the spot. Do not hesitate. Open up the website and do it. Does that make sense? That if you book in the appointment to help the new IBO register, you can, and then you say, listen, how much money do you have in your account right now? She's like, oh, I have $50. How much can you save every single week between now and then? That's only 2 weeks away. So you've got $50 now. We need $129, so you're going to need $70 extra. So you save $35 next week, $35 the week after. That'll get you your registration. Then we'll work out the first flight. Does that make sense? So if you can break it down into small steps, you can ensure that you get the result for your new IBO. Because as the coach, it's your job to do what? Get results. Help them win. Now that Donna has told me her reason why, she's entrusted to me that I can help her achieve it. Does that make sense? Yeah? So it's up to us to do that. And by taking those steps, being methodical about, booking in that appointment, you can ensure that that happens. Yeah? So now we've done this, we've explained the back office, got a reason why, shown her how to make the money, explain the successful meeting, practice a bit of script. If you're able to, make, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 phone calls here and invite people to the home meeting if it's within the next 72 hours. Because that's going to do what? That's going to have them in motion. Yeah, that's going to have your business owner already set up. If you leave the launch and there's 3 to 5 people already coming to their home meeting, that's going to be a much greater way to allow them to see the value in doing the next step. What was the aim of a sports game? What was the very most important result we needed to get? A win. What was the point number 1? On the slide before? Qualify. That's how you win. That's the most important part of the launch. And we haven't done that yet, have we? No, because we get the result at the end of the game. Now you create the result. You say, listen, Donna, on Thursday night, we've got 5 people coming to your home meeting. We've got this booked in to register for the international event. I'm going to help you achieve your reason why. Now, let's break it back. What do we need to do right now? Before you can become an executive team trainer, what do you need to become? A qualified team trainer. So let's get down and get you qualified. What services do you have right now that you can put through ACN? Let's say all of her services are contracted. Who's had that issue before? Yeah, everyone in the room. Yeah. Contracted services, right? I'll say, no worries, Donna. Let's do it. Obviously, you're going to be running a business, right? Your reason why the $4.95 you pay to sign up is not an investment in ACN. That pays for the licensing and the website. But business owners invest. I'm here to help you make money, not save you money. So in order to run your business, you're probably going to need a tablet, right? It's going to cost you $30 a month to invest in a tablet. Let's get you one of those. It'll be between 1 and 3 points. That's one service. So you're probably going to need the business assistant package to allow you to see your team as you grow. Because we agree, if you don't know how many points and business partners, business ID numbers, and you don't get emails from ACN telling you when a new person signed up in your business, you probably can't build your business. Who in the room is an electrician? Gentlemen, what tools do you have in order to do the job that you need to do? Lots. Like what? Give me a couple.
Power tools, drills.
Drills.
Meters.
Pliers.
Pliers.
What are the tools in your ACN business? Business assistant. Explain that to them. That's another service, 2 points. Now we've got a tablet and we've got business assistant. Then I'll say, who loves you the most? Mom, grandma, brother, son, etc. Let's give them a quick call, see if they will support you in the business. And if you can get those services out the way at that point, your new IBO can walk into their first home meeting and you can promote them as a qualified team trainer. Imagine how powerful that is. We got Deepak's home meeting, right? Guys, welcome to Deepak's home meeting. Before we get started, I actually want to recognize Deepak. Deepak got started in the team 3 days ago. He's already achieved his first promotion and can earn residual income. Guys, give Deepak a round of applause. Imagine how powerful that would be. Deepak's an ATL, let's be real, right? You know, but imagine how powerful that would be at your home meeting. If your new IBO could be promoted as a qualified team trainer in front of their friends and family when they only started 3 days ago, because you ensured the result. Yeah? That makes sense?
Yeah.
Now, what do I have to do now? That's it, guys. That's the whole training of how to launch a new independent business owner. Go through the back office, Figure out the reason why, show them the money, help them set up their home meeting, get committed to the international, and then get them the result of becoming qualified. Now, I'm over time. I'm just going to take 60 seconds right now. What issues do you have? Anyone have, I'll let you guys ask me a couple questions maybe. What issues do you have when you're signing up a new independent business owner trying to launch them? Let's see if I can answer it for you. Anyone? No one has issues? Everyone got qualified, successful home meeting, international event? Erica? The new RBO is afraid to ask their family to support them. Good question, right? Fair question. Hey, Donna. Can you hear me? So let's say I'm signing up Donna. I found out Donna's reason why already, right? I'll say, Donna, let's go back to that pain. How's it going to feel if your dad, for the rest of his life, has to work every single day with his hands? Donna's shaking her head. It's not going to feel good. Now, do you think that it's worth you feeling a little bit uncomfortable and asking your brother or your sister to support you in the business because that's what you're trying to achieve? So, Donna, you don't need to lie to your family. You don't need to try and pull wool over their eyes or sell them. They don't like that. Tell them exactly what you just told me. And can we agree, Erica, that if Donna told her sister what she was trying to do, her sister would probably support her because she's trying to retire her dad. Yeah. So it all comes back to the reason why. That question, can we agree? Answer if you understand the reason why. Yeah? If Donna 100% tells her sister exactly what she told me about retiring her dad, her sister will support her, I guarantee it. Any other questions? No? Erica, again, beautiful. Yeah, let's do it. Haven't got money for a tablet. I couldn't afford $40 for a business owner assistant. Fair question?
Yeah.
Everything's in contract as well. Fair question?
Yeah.
So if someone like that, can we agree, if the reason why was powerful enough, they would find a way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So that's the first thing to remember. Second thing, not every single person in your business is going to go senior vice president. Can we agree?
Yeah.
The majority of people won't do what it takes to succeed. But what is the most powerful thing a new IBO brings you in ACN? Their list. And we're only talking about the qualification at the very end of the launch. What have we already done? Got 3 to 5 people coming to their home meeting. So those results were perfect results. But if you've already got 3 to 5 people coming to the home meeting and they can't afford to maybe put a tablet or get a business assistant, that's okay because what is your job? To find the next home meeting. And let's say 1 out of the 5 signed up, what are the other 4 people going to do at the home meeting?
Survey forms.
Fill in the customer survey form, which is worth between 8 and 10 points. Yes, they might all be in contract. That's fair enough. But they've got between, what's 4 times 8? Between 24 and 32, so you don't have to be good at math. I was good at math when I did engineering, not anymore. But between 32 and 40 customer points from just 4 people filling in a survey form at their home meeting. Yeah? Let's say if their reason why is powerful enough, they'll do what it takes, first of all. And if you really connect with that, it'll happen. Second of all, if you get into their warm market, get into their list, you can find someone who'll get qualified, and then you can explain, listen, if you don't get qualified, they've got ETT before you, and they'll make all the money you want. So what can we do to help you get qualified? It's amazing how fast people get qualified when there's someone under them who's got a couple business partners. Yeah? All right, I won't take any more questions. I'm way over time, but guys, thank you very much for listening to me ramble on. I hope you got some value.